Many think Chinese myths are like Journey to the West,
with Jade Emperor, Laozi, and Yuan Shi Tianzui. Some even think all Indian gods are part of Chinese mythology.
I really don't get this. It's crazy that people think foreign cultural invasion is our native mythology. I'm not saying Buddhism's bad, or trying to bash Buddhism. Buddhism has many good points. Learning from others isn't wrong, but blindly worshipping foreign traditions, isn't that a bit foreign worship? Hey everyone, Global Ritual. Today we're talking Chinese mythology, cause what's recorded in our myths and evidence left by ancestors proves ancient descendants of Yan and Huang were Earth's strongest race. Since humans appeared, natural phenomena made ancients think. 人类诞生以来，各种天地异象引发了古人的思考。Fighting against nature, these mysteries sparked ancient imagination, became the myths we know today. That's how we see myths now. If what ancient people saw was real, our science and society need complete rebuilding. Every culture has its own myths, but Chinese myths are unique, cause we've got evidence backing them up. That's the classic of mountains and seas. Other cultures' myths mostly tell stories about gods. Many tribes just pass myths down orally. Written ones are about gods fighting each other, or aliens coming to Earth.
But ancient Earth's myths.
The classic of mountains and seas has Miss Andy geography. This geography suggests ancient Chinese really saw the whole world. If ancient Chinese saw the global landscape, doesn't that prove some myths were real history? Did ancient China really have a super civilization? I'll explain the classic of mountains and seas later. This book proves China's ancient glory.
The first chapter of Chinese mythology is Pangu creating the world.
That's on. After Pangu created heaven and earth, disputes emerged.
Like the three sovereigns have many versions.
Of this story. Later, when Taoism appeared, there were we won't cover the Taoist parts in this video. The three sovereigns in Three Sovereigns and Five Emperors are Suiren, Fuxi, and Shennong. These three clans weren't kings or emperors. They were just three brother tribes in ancient times. All three tribes were related. You can think of all Chinese mythology as stories between brother clans. Suiren, first of the three sovereigns, was the first recorded clan leader. We call him the Heaven Emperor. He got fire from heaven and earth. People started using fire to cook food.
This represents ancient humans, the last of the three sovereigns.
Ended the Ice Age. In ancient times, getting fire was like today's Industrial Revolution.
So the Sky Emperor founded Chinese civilization.
That's why he's called Sui Emperor or living ancestor. Sui Emperor and Hua Su had a son and daughter, Fu Shai.
Fu Shi is the second of the three emperors. Both had human heads, snake bodies, and were married. Fu Shai created the 8 trigrams, Tai Chi, Yin Yang, 5 elements from cosmic changes. He had his minister Kang Ji create written language,
ending humanity's barbaric age.
Fu Xi also taught humans to hunt birds and animals,
use herbal medicine to treat illness. So he's called the Earth Emperor. Earth Emperor means ruler of everything on land. All growing things serve him. His wife Enwo created chickens, dogs, pigs, cattle, horses. On the 7th day, she made humans. That's why our 7th lunar day celebrates people. Whether Anywa should be called emperor is debatable. Some think she's a creation goddess. Others think she and Fuxi were married.
They're humanity's ancestors.
So she should be ranked as emperor too. Or maybe emperor refers to both Fuxi and Anywa. But there's still lots of debate. Here's a key point you need to know. Like the Sui Emperor in the Sui clan, it's not one specific person. This title refers to the Sui clan's leader.
This leader is called Sui Emperor. No matter how many leaders change, the Sui Emperor name stays the same.
It's an inherited title, but Fuxi and Anywa are actual names,
not generic titles for tribal leaders.
Once you get this naming thing, the following stories make more sense.
So in Fuxi and Anyua's 20th generation of Shan Shui,
there was a tribe called Xiaodian. He and his wife had 2 sons.
The elder son took the Jiang surname, listed as 3rd generation year 10 of Hao. The younger son took the Ji surname, Gongsun clan.
So he's called Ji Xuanyuan. Jiang Xinian led his Jiang tribe to grow stronger, cause he was great with fire.
He got called the Flame Emperor.
Jiang Xinian became the first Flame Emperor. So the Flame Emperor wasn't just one person's title. It's what they called all Jiang tribe leaders.
Whoever became the Zhang tribe leader inherited the Flame Emperor title. The period ruled by the Flame Emperor tribe, that's the Shennong era, also the third of the three sovereigns, Emperor Ren. On the other side, his youngest son Jishuanyuan kept a low profile, leading his tribe in Yuxiong. So later generations called them the Yuxiang clan. As history went on, Jishuanyuan's tribe reached its peak, while Emperor Yan's tribe gradually declined. At that time, the Swan Yuan leader took advantage of Yan's internal chaos and started winning over the tribes, gradually gaining people's support. When Emperor Yan saw this, Yan's tribe started the first war in ancient times, China's first battle that unified the nation. It was the war that established Chinese unity. Swan Yuan finally defeated Emperor Yan and changed his name to Huangdi. The word Huangdi represents earth virtues, auspicious signs. Yellow Emperor's traits are depth, tolerance, benevolence. This all matches the great emperor's merits. So in the 5 element cycles, he's called Earth Virtue. Earth's color is yellow, so Yellow Emperor became the imperial ruler. He replaced Flame Emperor and started leading all tribes. We Chinese then became descendants of Flame and Yellow. And Yellow Emperor in mythology, some think is one person's name. Others think it's not a name. But Yellow Emperor is a general title for tribal chiefs. From what we see now, chiefs inherited the Yellow Emperor title. Pretty well accepted. At least people don't worry about lifespan issues. For example, Han Dynasty's Spring Annals record states, Emperor's epic history basically means Emperor's title passed to 10 people. At this point you think, so not yet 4th generation of Yan tribe split off a powerful tribe. This tribe chose to live up north. This tribe's leader was Warga Qiyu. Qiyu was also a tribal leader title. This title passed down for dozens of generations. By the Yellow Emperor's time, population grew. Agriculture developed. Qiyu and Yellow Emperor tribes broke into conflict. Both armies fought the defining battle of China here. Since Qiyu's tribe was fierce, Yellow Emperor couldn't beat Qiyu, so he gathered forces everywhere and called Yan Emperor's tribe to join Yan and Yellow tribes together. Finally defeated Qiyu's tribe. After taking the Zhuli Confederation, Yan and Yellow descendants thrived on this land. That's why we call ourselves their descendants. Yellow Emperor then became, after the 3 sovereigns, first ruler of the 5 emperors era. During the Yellow Emperor's reign, he developed agriculture, animal husbandry and production, led people to make clothing, built boats and carts, and unified the medical knowledge left by ancestors, writing the Yellow Emperor's classic. So the Yellow Emperor is also called father of Chinese civilization. Second of the 5 emperors was Zhuangzi. Zhuangzi was the Yellow Emperor's grandson, born near Ruoshui River after defeating Ganggang for power. He followed his grandfather's policies to govern the country. Third of the 5 emperors was Emperor Ku. He was the Yellow Emperor's great-grandson. His son was also among the 5 emperors. 4. During Yao's reign, he made laws, promoted farming hat, used father step down, started flood control. He also pioneered. Yao thought hereditary rule had flaws. Power abuse and corruption couldn't be solved, and couldn't guarantee a leader's quality and ability. If incompetent people became leaders, it'd be like pushing your people of disaster for better tribal development. Hereditary rule must be abolished. Leaders should be people with virtue and talent. His ideas were pretty good. The last of the 5 was Shan. He's the emperor's 8th descendant. After Shan took power, first thing he did was exile the 4 villains. That's Tao Ti, Chuongqi, Tao Wu, and Han Dong. Then appointed Yu to control the floods. Emperor Shan also created perfect harmony between heaven and earth, became the most powerful tribal alliance leader in central China. So that's how the 3 sovereigns and 5 emperors connect. When you think about it, these ancient myths are all about one family fighting. All these battles between sovereigns and emperors were basically family feuds. The compass-causing wars, hard dragons, Hannibal, stone iron beasts, all kinds of fierce creatures that could fly and burrow. To us, they're just myths. But we say from the start, the classic of mountains and seas might prove these myths actually exist. Of course, maybe we can't prove divine beasts and super tech existed, but the classic can prove ancient China had people who saw the whole earth. We just talked about Yu the Great, last of the 5 emperors, ordered Yu to control the floods. Since Yu succeeded in flood control, Shun passed his throne to Yu. During Yu's reign, he divided the realm into 9 provinces. Each province had to tribute bronze. He collected bronze from across the land and cast 9 cauldrons symbolizing the 9 provinces. All famous mountains, rivers, and strange creatures were carved on these cauldrons. These carvings on the cauldrons of mountains, rivers, and strange beings, their blueprints are what we now see as the classic of mountains and seas. Its original version, legend says it had illustrations, but later, for unknown reasons, all the Shan Hai were lost. Only written records remained. So the Shan Hai Jing illustrations we see now are all drawn based on the text. Whether they're accurate, no one's verifying. Some people suspected that after Qin Shi Huang unified China, when he burned books and buried scholars, he destroyed the Shan Hai. While destroying the Shan Hai, he ordered his men to collect the 9 tripods and place them in Qin Shi Huang's tomb. so only the written versions survive. The Shan Hai Jing is currently our country's richest source of ancient mythology. What's recorded in the book leaves many people puzzled. What this book describes? Could it be humanity's lost previous civilization? Or another Earth in a parallel universe where stories are happening? Overall, it's not just simple mythology, like the Xingxin recorded in Shan Hai Jing, a being with mouth and nose on its belly, but wait, should be humanoid creatures. But in ancient Sudanese cave paintings, the exact same pattern appears. Did our Chinese mythical Xingxin actually visit Africa? Also, Shan Hai Jing records beyond the East Sea, the Shaohao Kingdom has a bottomless river, where all the world's seawater flows into Gishu. Before 2018, everyone thought Gishu was just mythical legend. In 2018, scientists found something unexplainable. In the Mariana Trench, seawater was flowing backwards. The world's deepest trench is constantly swallowing seawater, 3 billion tons every year. The location described in the Classic of Mountains and Seas matches the Mariana Trench exactly. Most importantly, this place was in ancient Chinese territory. Could this area have been part of the Huaxia tribes too? Back in the day, an American geography enthusiast read the classic and got curious about the eastern mountains. He found the landscapes it described looked familiar somehow. So he followed the Classic of Mountains and Seas established these recorded routes. Actually found the recorded American continent, Rocky Mountains, Sierra Nevada, Cascade Range, and the West Pacific coast. These discoveries match the classic perfectly. So this geography enthusiast thinks this can only mean ancient China really had people reach America. But with such poor transport and survival conditions, how'd they get there? Why do the landscapes described in the classic match aerial views so perfectly? It even records silica at 10,000 meters underwater. Why did ancient China have planes and submarines? Though he doesn't want to believe this theory either, but can't find anything more reasonable. Countless modern scholars found hundreds of strange creatures in the Classic of Mountains and Seas, like the Wenyao fish recorded in it. Lives in water during the day, flies over seas with wings at night. Following the book's location, they found tropical oceans and discovered flying fish there. Another example, human-faced bird that eats fish from the sea. Though the drawing's abstract, you can still clearly see this is a penguin. Also, the classic records a rabbit-like creature with a bird's beak, has snake eyes and a snake tail, plays dead when it sees people. The sound it makes is its name's addiction, so this thing's called prisoner fish. America really has this creature, so that Classic of Mountains and Seas can't just be seen as mythology, cause what's drawn is based on written descriptions. If there were actual illustrations, we might recognize at a glance what animal it is in our dragon videos before. We thought dragons might be UFO craft, but if the classic recorded things and its images survived, couldn't we tell right away if dragons are creatures or aircraft? Setting aside myths and coincidence, who in ancient times saw Earth's full picture, and who recorded all this? These magical creatures, don't these records prove how powerful ancient China was and mysterious? Since the Classic of Mountains and Seas matches Chinese mythology, two scary theories emerged. First, some think it's an ancient world map. China was the central power then, maybe even ruled the globe. Then floods and plate shifts changed everything. Second, the strange beasts described weren't normal animals. These creatures were hit by radiation, and their mutated forms are what we see now. So the Classic of Mountains and Seas may be describing a post-nuclear ancient world. Alright, at the film's end, Journey to the West, a novel, not mythology. The gods and Buddhas described in it can't be linked to Chinese mythology either. To understand authentic Chinese myths, you need to read more traditional sources. I'm Dr. Global, my channel explores cosmic and dimensional mysteries. Hit subscribe